Hey, Julesblessedvegan, and welcome to, wait for it, day 365 of Jules Blessed Vegan videos. And if you're new, I'm sure you can benefit. Wow, people, it's been a year. So fantastic. I have made it every single day. I have produced a video and even more than one because there's about 372 videos. So some days I had to talk twice. But I'm just so thrilled that I was able to just literally show up for a year, right? And just share the struggles, share the blessings, share the triumphs of daily life and my quest in becoming vegan and living as a successful vegan. And I've done pretty well. I've used a lot of different tools. One of my primary go-to people is Tandy Raw. And if you've never heard of Tandy Raw, she is a phenomenal social media person on every platform that totally promotes just health, spiritual, physical, mental, just health. But she is definitely an advocate for high-carb, low-fat, raw vegan. Say that 10 times. I had to really practice learning that. And that is how she rolls. And I've learned a lot of great tips from her. One of my most successful things this year, by far, has been to write daily in a journal. So to be accountable daily by writing down the food, writing down how you're feeling, writing, where you're at, has been super successful. Some days when I'm not as successful as I'd like, she taught me to write it off the page. So you literally just circle whatever the food was that you didn't mean to eat and circle it off the page. It is not a problem. It should not stop you from your success or continuing forward. You just acknowledge it and write it off that page. And then you can have tons and tons of days of just happy success. And all of those can, of course, be celebrated. And she always indicates that those ultimately add up to what becomes a gratitude journal rather than just a food journal. So you might want to consider that. Another thing I was successful with this year was adding water. It's recommended that you drink a gallon a day. For a little while there, I made the mistake of thinking that just my high hydrated foods with fruit and vegetables would be enough. It was not. And I was determined as dehydrated by a blood test at my doctor. So I had to step that back up. And it's not that hard to get a gallon of water in a day. If you use, 4 cups in a smoothie, there's 4 of your cups right there. If you use 3 cups in drinking tea, you're at 7 cups already. If you use another cup in a dressing that you make, there's, half your day you're handled. And then inevitably you just add a couple more cups. If you're a smoothie person and you have a couple smoothies a day, you already had 8 cups of water. So all of that counts. And it has made a tremendous difference for me. So I love that. What else has been great? There's been so many great things. It's definitely just been a process of trying to figure out what works for me. I came from a very just obsessive, compulsive, addictive personality and a compulsive overeater when it came to food. So what I found was that eating lots of fruit and vegetables absolutely satiated me. And as long as I didn't fall back into processed toys, we refer to them as, which is food-like products of today's world, I could be completely successful and not provoked at all by food. I always had pretty good blood numbers. I get my blood checked every, 3 to 6 months. But now they are phenomenal. Like my fasting, sorry, I'm fried as usual. I have had brain fog improve too. I'm just genuinely tired, and anybody would be if they run my... Because I tend to burn the candle at both ends and do all the things. So what it was, I was saying, is that my fasting glucose, insulin, blood sugar level is 78, which is fantastic. I'm totally kicking it on the blood pressure at 68 over 108. on a regular basis. I've gotten off of all prescription medications, which is amazing. I did have some swelling, so I have resumed my use of horse chestnut, which is fantastic, in particular for inflammation and swelling. And also my go-to all the time, which is hawthorn extract from the hawthorn berry. And that's just fantastic for all things blood, circulation, cholesterol, just everything about that. And it's all a tremendous blessing for me. I still have congestion, but let's be fair. I live in the desert. There's a lot of dirt. I have 5 dogs, 2 horses, a bird, and a pig. And sometimes I'm affected by their business. So I will accept that as one of the last things to improve. For my exercise, I've largely chosen to do the Rebounder with Dawn's Happier Rebounder Challenge. It is the 100-day mark until the new year. And that's why I started this channel a year ago. It was to try and encourage me to be the best version of myself in the new year. So I did 100 days to the new year, which of course, coincidentally, it's approximately 100 days to the new year today. So if you'd like to just start checking in, at the exact same time for my video tomorrow, I will be saying that it is 13 weeks until the new year and what our goal is for that in ringing in 2020 as the best version of ourselves. And that was on a 45-week challenge, which I will, again, I hope you'll check back in tomorrow because I will lovingly share all about that challenge and how we are at the 100-day mark. And you want something that challenges you but is achievable. So between what's referred to as the Tandy Raw Reset, which is a program that Tanya Murphy, who is Tandy Raw, runs, and again, it's just all about health, but it helps people to choose more raw food than anything else. So between attending those this past year, being part of Dawn's Happier Rebounder Challenge, and that is available on Instagram. And if you have a rebounder or you're interested in starting that kind of weight, which is incredible for the lymphatic system and moving the lymphatic system, you could still join on that, which would be great. So those couple of tools, being part of Greens Make You Lean, which is only for alumni of the Tandy Raw Reset, only like total fans of Tandy Raw, dedicated to a great way of life that she promotes. You could be part of Greens Make You Lean, but it's an exclusive group. But nothing's more exclusive than Julesblessedvegan on YouTube and Instagram. So I'm so glad you guys checked in. I am really pleased with how this year went overall. But like I said, I'm doing that 45-week challenge to the best version of ourselves in the new year, and we are down to 13 weeks, which doesn't suggest that you're late at all. In fact, you are right on time. But I will be stepping it up these last 100 days before the new year, because my goal was to get to my goal weight, my Raquel Welch body, yes, and all the good. And one more tool that I will mention again was this by Brooke Castillo, who is the founder of the Life Coach School. And this is the urge jar. And I have to say that this urge jar has helped me so much. I will be adding some urges today. Every time I have a desire to go off my plan, and I was flipping out so bad today with such a desire for traditional sweets that I literally chose to go to sleep, which means I will be up till midnight doing lesson plans. But I don't care because it kept me clean and well. And so I get to add more of my beautiful glass beads that I got at the dollar store for my little primal child. So that was a great tool that I learned as well. How to parent myself and how to quiet that inner child that's flipping out, wants everything now. Anyway, it's been a great year. It's going to continue to be a great year. And it's going to be a phenomenal year when we chime in for 2020 on New Year's Day as the best version of ourselves. And I am going to pay myself all of these beautiful loves because I avoided, you would not believe what runs through my head, people, when I start obsessing about treats and food. I went crazy, and I even went into my cupboard and was trying to decide what I could do, what food I could take from my husband, who eats like a normie most of the time. Praise God, I didn't act on any of that. All right, so I'm going to urge away. I'm going to continue with the Tandy Raw Reset, which I'm in right now. It'll be available for you if you'd like to participate in November. And I'm going to continue to rejoice in my Jules Blessed Vegan community. I put you guys in the prayer book at church. Let me know in the comments below. Like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know what prayer intentions I can do for you. I'm a great prayer person. If I have prayed for you intentionally and something amazing happened, like you had hoped, let us know below, because seriously, God has all the time in the world. I'm really good at getting his attention because I'm so consistent, and I just rejoice to know it when those prayers are answered. And I know some people in this community are saying, Jules, what's up, girl? Here's the miracle. All right, until we talk again, trust that you're blessed.